Hey Manon, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm very well. How are you?
Good. I am good as well. Can
Mhm.
you introduce yourself a little bit? Who are you? What did you do before the program? And what are your passions?
Yeah. Well, I am Manon. I'm 34 years old and I am living partly in the Netherlands and partly in Italy.
Hmm. Very cool.
Which was also one of the reasons I really wanted to make some changes in the way I work. And I wanted to work location free. So
Hmm.
it was actually also before we started living abroad that I wanted to work on my own terms, in my own space, on my own time.
Yes, that's the
Just
goal.
like, yeah, it has been a goal like for a long time, just to live life on my own terms. And yeah, before this I was working in HR and communication. So I
Mhm.
was working for insurance companies. Very, very boring.
Mhm.
Um, but I always had good revenues. So I always made good money,
Mhm.
but I was very unhappy with what I did. So I discovered that money does not um yeah, how do you call it?
Make you happy.
It doesn't make you happy. So if you're unhappy in what you have to do every day, because work is like a big part of your life,
Hmm.
and if you don't have any form of passion in your day and you have to go to work every day to force yourself to do
Yeah,
this,
just to make the money.
yeah, just to pay the bills and go on holidays 5 weeks a year, which I wasn't even doing because I was also freelancing, but just as an external employee. So
Mhm.
it, the only thing that was different was the payments. So it was still the feels as if I was an employee of the company.
Yeah, exactly. It's important to love what you're doing, right?
Yeah,
So,
well, at least have some parts. I don't
mhm.
think you can. There are always things you have to do you maybe
Yeah,
don't
of course.
like, or you wish you could do something else, or at the end of the day, I think a lot of people prefer to lay on a beach in a sunny country, instead of, yeah, I think we all need rest and want to do life on our own terms. But we live in a Western world and we also need to make money, and that's also a part of life and reality. Yeah.
Yeah, I think as a freelancer though, it's much more easier to outsource the things that you don't
Yeah.
like doing. So yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's definitely true.
yeah. So before you started the program, what were something things that you were struggling with or that were keeping you from getting to those goals?
Um, I didn't know what and I didn't know how. And I think that sums it up just in a short phrase. I remember, I think I started the program in May, and in April I was like desperate with I was crying in my garden, like, what the peep am I going to do with my life? Because I don't want to do this anymore, but I don't know yet what I do want to do. So the what part was for a very long time pretty unclear. And that was very frustrating to me and gave me anxiety and made me feel like I wasn't good enough because, well, the whole world is just, well, that's not true, but on social media it may seem that everyone is successful and everyone is having things figured out. But for me that was not the case. I was really struggling, I used to be in a model industry, which was
Mhm.
terrible for me as well. So I had the only thing I knew in my life was I don't want to go back to that, and I don't want to go back to that. But what do I do want? That's very difficult. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, so I think pain is pain is very important in change.
Mm.
So
True.
when your pain is big enough,
You will find solution.
you'll succeed. I promise you'll succeed because um, if you have no other option than your goal, you will succeed. Because if you're telling the universe, this is what I want and I need this, there is no other option than that, you'll move mountains to make it happen. You'll move mountains to make it work.
Yeah,
And your
we
energy is telling us a story, you know, you're telling the world, you're telling the universe that this is what I want. And
yeah, we were just talking about that, right? Because
yeah.
you said you were just all in, and then it kind of just created a path for you, probably.
Yeah, maybe it's important to know, to tell that it's now the moment that we speak is August, and I just let me see. I ended my job, so I sent my last invoice in December. That is like 3/4 of a year. I did not make any money. I couldn't send any invoice because I was struggling with what I wanted. So I started before the program. I was busy with the food coaching. Maybe I can do that, or maybe I can write an ebook. Or I was searching.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was searching for, but I was searching. And then I came to Jet's program, or I was talking with Jet in Instagram messages
Hmm.
about health and fasting because I was doing a 72-hour fast, and I was talking with her about it, exchanging some experiences, and that's how I got with her program, I think.
Hmm.
Or maybe I was longer because I was having some doubts, like I was interested in affiliate marketing, like a lot of online programs just to get me out of the situation I was in because I
Yeah.
didn't.
I think a lot of people can relate to that. Like
Yeah,
they want
yeah.
to do something, but they're not sure what.
What?
So what
Yeah.
would you say is like the most valuable thing from the program so far for you?
Um, the program has surprised me because not all online programs have a good quality, and the program itself, like the videos, the modules and all, have a very high quality. And what I like about it is that you're upgrading it as well. So you are renewing, adding new videos. And I think that's, yeah, that's important if you have to optimize.
Yeah,
And
definitely in this world, it's
yeah,
constantly
yeah,
changing.
it's
So
changing so fast.
yeah,
It's changing so fast. So that is really a yeah, a pray for if you don't know much about this field. It has been like a true lifeline for me to hold on to people and to a program that is paving the way for me. But also I give it my own vibe.
yeah,
So
your own
I
spin
am
to it.
I'm following everything, and but I'm not copying everything, you know.
Yeah, and
So
that's okay because we
different.
give recommendations, right? And in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
end,
yeah,
it's your business, so you can do it
yeah.
however Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
and I think as well that it's very important that you give it your own vibe.
Yeah.
But the basics are very, very good. And what is really special in your program, and we were talking about this just now, is the level of personal contact, the level of personal interest, and the follow-ups from your side. I just discovered it's for the first 90 days, but that really, really surprised me how all you are interested, how open you are, how you are. Everyone is just so eager to help all the time that yeah, that is really special, because in a world where we're so with online, it can be chances, but also it has another side of the story. um it can be disconnected, and what I think is really an accomplishment for a program worldwide
Mhm.
that I am feeling, even though you're on the other side of the world, possibly, I feel so it feels like a team and together. And also the
Nice.
people in the program, I think, are also really special people. So it's a kind of breed that feels attracted to this program. That's what I definitely see. Yeah, or
Nice.
at
Thank
least
you
for
so much.
the active ones, you know. So
Yeah,
maybe
exactly.
one is active. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you for sharing. So, yeah, so I know you got some big clients really quickly. Can you tell us a
Yeah.
little bit about that?
Yeah. Well, it's like the next step of my story, because it adds up to the part of me being all in, and I really had no other option than being successful about this. So I started with just one post on Instagram,
Mhm.
um, that I wanted to do some small design work or make a flyer, or just to start with practicing my skills in Canva and all the systems we're working in.
Mhm.
But just fast forward a week later, I was totally sold out with 3 big clients, who are now 2 because I let one go because it was not a match. But that's, yeah, it was crazy. So it was a crazy month, because I had to full speed. I think I just finished module 1. You know, there are 5
Mhm.
or 6
Yeah,
modules.
you were just getting started and then
Yeah, that's important to mention, that I was just getting around the corner in the program, and then I was fully booked in 1 week time. Yeah, that was pretty
yeah.
crazy. So you all guys had to guide me to which videos I had to watch now, and watch this one now, and make
Yeah, you
this
definitely
document.
had a speed
It was crazy. Yeah.
you had a speed track of learning.
Yeah, and I'm not even done yet. So that's also something you also learn by doing, and learn by just starting. Even though you don't really know what you're doing yet, you have the program behind you. So you have a community behind you. If you have any questions in the future, you can just drop them there. So that
Mhm.
is really the value of this program, that you can just start, because if you don't know it, you
Yeah,
can ask people.
you figure it out along the way.
Yeah, and I think that's how you learn the fastest way.
Yeah, exactly. We think so as well. So
Yeah.
what if someone is watching this right now and they are deciding whether or not they should join? What would you tell them?
Yeah, well, of course, this is a win call, so I'll probably say you should do it. But I think you should ask yourself a few questions before you do this, because um, what is your why? Why you want to invest in a program like this? So what is your goal? How do you want to live? How do you want to work? Where do you want to work? And also your level of energy with how you entered the program. So for me, it was all or nothing. My pain was so big. It was this or nothing. Or I even said to myself, I'm going to invest fully in this program. And maybe if it doesn't work, I can go work in a supermarket, whatever. You know, it was like the contrast was so big. So yes, if you want to have a more free life, and by that I don't mean you don't work, because it's still work. I work very hard every day. It's not that I don't work or that I work 4 hours a day. That's just, for me, not the case. I work very much and very hard, but it's an investment in myself, in my future. Maybe in the future, things could be a bit less intense, you know? But for now, don't invest if you just want to relax, and it's work, you know, it's
you
building a
definitely
business. You're still building a business. And if I think it's a waste of money if you don't use it to the full potential the program has to offer.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Like, you have to be willing to put in, the work, and get ready to ask like lots of questions and take action. So
yourself, because no one is going to do it for you. That is just reality. But that's just not focused on this program. That's everywhere. So if you are, that's just rule of life. It's not just the program. If the program can lift you and be your rocket in the sky, but you are the only one that has to push the button and say, okay, I want to do this. Yes,
I love that.
I'm choosing this. Yeah,
exactly. Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing.
Right.